Facebook, live on Twitter.
Hello,
Hey,
everyone.
everybody.
How is everyone doing?
Oh, it feels so good to be live again. We missed last week. That's okay. Stuff happens.
It was a weird week last week.
It was a weird week. I was going to share a little bit about it because I shared a little bit about it in our stories, but trying to be accountable. I see we already have some people joining us on StreamYard, but again, we can't see who it is. I say someone called Meryl. Tell us who's here. Give us your names. Joe's going to go on the actual Facebook and see. Oh, the one and only Trevor McKenzie joined in.
Oh,
that's
no
like
pressure there.
I know that's some special.
Man.
That's some special viewing right there.
Oh, it's
guys,
Mike. Mike. Oh, we should have known it was Mike.
If you don't join, if you don't follow Trevor McKenzie, you need to get off the live, go follow him, come back. We'll still be here. Don't worry.
And Mike.
Well, he's on a different platform. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, see,
yes, true.
I'm just saying on my Instagram friends, they should follow Trevor. And if you're watching this later, because a lot of people watch this after we go live, then you definitely have time to go and follow him.
Oh, yeah. And he's got a new book coming out as well. I'm super excited.
I know. I'm hearing rumors about it. So we'll have to maybe do a live one time with him once it gets closer.
Yeah.
And share what's going on.
I mean, it's like the perfect thing for right now.
Well, we're not going to go into that. We'll go into it later. We have stuff to talk about tonight, and we're so excited that everybody came to join us. If you saw my little video this morning, we have a little teaser to give out. We are almost to the deadline, and rumor has it that Flipgrid and the interactive class is going to be coming out even sooner than expected. So
whoa.
Yeah, but we'll get there. Okay. So first off, just want to say hello and join me. Missed last week. We love to come live, and teacher burnout literally hit the Merrill house last week. You don't realize how much you're carrying on your plate until that one last thing is dropped, and then everything falls off, and that's what hit our house last week. Our son, bless him, beautiful child, great student. We peeled up the onion and realized there's a lot of things going on in his life, in his little world, in his classroom setting that just needed to be fixed and changed, and we needed to give a whole lot of energy to him last week. And because of that, didn't make it here, didn't make it in a lot of things, and I'm glad to see that a lot of people had bonker weeks too. We had a bonker week. We just had a lot of things going, and so we just didn't make it, and it's okay. That's life.
But it's a better week this week.
It's been great. It has been fantastic. He came home from school today and said, "Mom, my day was amazing." And that's all you can ask for as a parent with children. So we're back tonight.
Hey, real quick, shout out. What's up, Lainey? Good to see you.
Oh, Lainey's here. Nikki, hello. Hey, Carrie.
Thanks for joining, Nikki.
I got so many different people on different platforms. But we're here tonight. We just kind of wanted to recap the 21-day challenge. We are on day
14?
15? We're halfway through. And we've had a lot of people participating, but we've also had a lot of people just kind of watching. And we wanted to make sure people knew that it wasn't something that you couldn't still join in on. So we thought we could go through the calendar and look at some of the things we have coming up and next. Can you share that?
I can, yeah. So I wish that I knew that you were going to do that first, though, because that's not the order.
Do you have an order? Okay, I'm sorry. Apparently, Mr. Merrill's a planner. We can go on your order. We can go on your order. It doesn't matter.
It's too late now. You've already.
I don't care. So. Oh, look at that. See, I just thought it would flow better.
Yeah, we'll just play it from the current slide.
Thank you. Okay. We can go backwards. See, this is what happens when you are. I'm not letting. Okay, no, not right now.
Oh, sorry, Mom. I see that you're watching us on Instagram, and no, you may not be in our live video. Sorry.
Maybe at the end, or if you meant it. But
Mike.
So back to our challenge. Let's look at some of these activities. If you're following us on StreamYard, we actually have the calendar app. If you're following us on Instagram, we'll just share with you and talk about some of the challenges we had this week. So yesterday, we had an amazing curation of Flipgrid posters. And they were not from us. Where were they from?
Well, we had some from Omar, Feely. I'm trying to think who else there was.
But who were they all? What do they all have in common?
Oh, all Flipgrid stuff.
And they're educators. So they weren't designed by us. They were designed by teachers who used Flipgrid in their classroom and just wanted to create a visual for them. And so if you go to our website and you have downloaded the calendar, the link to them is right there. And they're all linked together. And you can download just certain ones that you feel are applicable to you. There's like a English language learner one.
Yeah,
There was an
that one's
SEL. There's some that are a little bit
Camera
more
tips.
grown up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can download all of them. They're all free. We collaborated with all of those educators, got their permission.
Only one thing we ask, if you do download them, follow the people that
Oh
create
yeah,
them,
for
because,
sure.
like, oh, they're so good.
And so that was our challenge yesterday. You could grab all of those free Flipgrid posters, and I don't know if we ever put the link in our Instagram. We probably should if we haven't. It is in the document. So that was yesterday. Today was a unique one. Inspired by the one and only Ann Cosma, but it was all about sketchnoting and just thinking of the video platform in a different way. It doesn't necessarily mean you had to sketchnote. The video we share is actually, she's using Procreate.
Yeah.
And kind of smashing it with Flipgrid, but just the idea that like you can draw on Flipgrid.
Yeah. My kids actually do it all the time, and we use it with math. And I mean, it's not really sketchnoting, but they can then illustrate what they're thinking, and that's still an element of sketchnoting. So it's really easy, and you just don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be this beautiful.
Yeah, they can draw circles around things. They can identify things. Just the idea that you have that ability to live annotate on video. So that was the challenge today.
I want to be Ann Cosma when I grow up.
I want to be Ann Cosma like now.
Yeah.
Forget growing up. I want to be here all the time. Like, I love Ann Cosma. And then tomorrow is a really fun challenge. It's to go into Flipgrid and use one of the wonders of the day. So one of the Flipgrid partners in the Discovery Library is Wonderopolis. And they have an amazing,
phenomenal,
like thousands of topics that you can choose from. On top of it, they're in the library. But if you don't know this about Wonderopolis, I'm going to give you this little side tip. In Wonderopolis, when you click on the website to actually read the article, do you know what's in Wonderopolis that makes it super, super accessible?
I do, and I was hoping you were going to say it.
Okay, what?
Immersive Reader is in there. So you can reach anyone with these Wonderopolis articles. My students in kindergarten can still access these articles. And what makes it so cool is that the kids can vote on whichever articles or questions they think should be answered by scientists. And the ones that get upticked to the top are actually answered by real professionals, which is so awesome.
So they've got a whole bunch of these curated in Flipgrid. But what Immersive Reader is, if you're not familiar, is that you can then have it read aloud to the students. So if you just have struggling readers or littles like Mr. Merrill teaches, if you have any students that speak other languages, you can have it translated. So they can translate the article into a whole nother language that you can read together in the class. And then you can take it over to Flipgrid and have some kind of discussion on it, some kind of creation on it, some kind of wonder that stems off of it. So our challenge for tomorrow was to go in, look through Wonderopolis. I don't want to be wrong and say it's the most, but it has one of the largest selections in the Discovery Library. It's over 1,000, I think, of different things that you can go through and read and use. So find one and use it somehow on your day tomorrow with your kids and explore the platform of Wonderopolis in and of itself, even if you don't connect it to Flipgrid, but it's always better.
But the website, like, it's free. So, I mean, you don't have to pay for any of this. This is all stuff that you can use and your students can use right off the bat, tomorrow even.
Can they see us or they don't?
They can see us,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
So
just want to make sure.
don't go picking your nose or anything.
I just want to make sure they weren't looking at that the whole time. Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to look through. Some of the things we have coming up are an SEL activity, building community. I know Flipgrid's really big right now into building community. So over the weekend, we made it one of the challenges to create some fun messages and take advantage of that AR feature, which we use in our books. And we've seen a lot of people do some really cool things, but leave a message for your students so they could arrive to school and get those messages. We've got a challenge later this next week where you show us some creative places your students record in, and there's a prize there.
There is, yeah.
Prizes.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yes, we're allowed to test. You could win a Flipgrid voice pod. You know, the big green tents? We've got several of those to give away and send out. So we're looking for some creative places that your students record, and they don't have to be like out really creative. We just want to see your students recording a Flipgrid. That's really what we care about.
Yeah.
We've got a fun
sharing funny emojis.
A selfie day where you can take a fun selfie in Flipgrid and share something fun. And then we've got some goals, because let's be real, when you start a new platform, you don't learn it right away. 21 days makes a habit, 90 days make something a routine. So we are well aware that there are going to be people who continue to use this platform. So set some goals for yourself. Like, what do you want to continue learning in 2021? Whether it's how to use Flipgrid, how to use technology in your class. We've got some goal setting. And then on the 28th, we have it set out to release the book. But like I said, that may be happening sooner than the 28th. And mum's the word, we don't know, but things definitely rolled out a little bit faster. Elevate Books is just amazing, and the team behind us is amazing. And you just gonna have to watch social media, because if it happens, it happens, and we will probably have no more warning than anybody else. We do have a new book out, I Teach with Spanish. It comes out next week, and it is the sister book to Interactive class, and it's going to be called Flipgrid in the Interactive class, which we're going to talk a little bit right now. And everyone who is live.
But hold on, you skipped over something really, really important.
No, I'm not yet. Not yet. I'm getting there.
You're all out of order.
I'm not out of order, because we're talking about the challenges. And so there is a super, super cool challenge that goes with the new book. And it's an exclusive, but it's free. So we had someone super stellar draw images for our book.
I like how you roped back into being correct.
I'm right. I'm always right.
No.
Always right. Happy wife, happy life. So
that's right, Mike. Stop ignoring the outline.
There is no outline, Mike. There is no outline. That's the whole purpose of all
If
this.
you know anything about us, there's no outline.
Know anything about him, there's no outline. My life is an outline. Let's be real.
I'm still right there.
All right. So we have a super stellar, exciting thing on Saturday morning. We have the one and only
Manuel Herrera. He actually is our illustrator for the new book, and he is going to sit down on Saturday, and he's going to show an why do you keep bumping me?
I'm not bumping you.
Bumping me. He's going to show an example of building and drawing in confidence with visual thinking.
Free sketchnoting webinar. Free 99. No charge. You just have to sign up, jump in. He's amazing, and he's so inspirational to me, because he takes the idea of sketchnoting and the idea of just drawing what you think and brings it into this whole new world of visual thinking, and actually teaching kids not just to enjoy drawing and to draw things that they like, but to now take it and to use it within their learning, and how we as educators can do that. And so I see people asking how to get information for that. If you've already downloaded the 21-day challenge PDF, the link to our StreamYard Live is already in there. So if you haven't, head over to our website, themerrillsedu.com. There's a tab right at the top that says 21-day challenge. Scroll down, just download the free PDF that has the calendar. And then after the calendar, there's 2 pages, and it says right on the day, like, join the webinar, and you can join in. And Manuel has graciously offered to do this. Please go ahead and follow him ahead of time. We'll be sharing the link every day from now.
On Instagram
but
too,
it is Saturday morning. It's not super early. I think it's like 11 a.m. Eastern time. But I'm super excited, because I am not a drawer. I don't draw. I don't do well with that kind of thing, but students love it. They doodle over their papers. And so, building our confidence in drawing will then help our students build their confidence. And wait until you see the things that Manuel has drawn for us. The way he has taken our visual, like our thinking, and made it visual. It gives me goosebumps. Like it was so awesome, and I feel so blessed that he took the time out of his crazy busy schedule. He's literally blowing up our feed right now, because he just posted some amazing new presidential stickers on his store.
Oh, yeah.
His drawing is just something to be admired, and for him to share with us on this webinar, it's going to be something that's really cool. And the fact that it's live and that we can ask questions and interact with him is going to be really cool. So we hope you've been enjoying the challenge so far. I have to say that I was so excited when it started. And then when these things kind of started happening with our son last week, it was a rough place, especially as a parent. And to get on social media and see our Flipgrid family, hey, Cheryl, and see all the things that you guys are doing and learning, like, it even brings me to tears right now. Like, it was such a confidence builder and something that I could turn to every day and just have that positive moment. And so I hope everyone else has been enjoying it. And if you haven't started the challenge yet, jump in. There's still a whole week left of really fun things, and just get yourself in the platform, get learning all about Flipgrid, which leads us in to our sneak peek.
Yes, and so I thought that you guys might be interested to get a little peek inside of the new book.
He thought you'd want to. He's like a vault. He's not going to give away anything.
I'm stocked.
I will give away everything. I will give away all the secrets. So I was like, let's share a little bit. Let's share, like, I don't know. What do you want to share? Let's just share some stuff.
All right, let's check it out.
So we're going to share with you a few things from the book, and then we're going to drop in a link. And for 24 hours, you can go through and look at it. It's not a ton, but you can read the first little part and see. Okay, so this is the table of contents. So you guys can see what the book's actually going to contain, and has a little bit to do.
Shouldn't you show them?
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do it. Okay. Let me see, guys. Ooh, okay. There we go. So the table of contents has the power of student voice. So we're going to talk about what student voice is.
Chapter 2 is pivoting pedagogy, talking about relationships and promoting positive and good learning.
Because let's be real, guys, that's a really fancy word that a lot of people talk about all the time. And you sit in a faculty meeting and you're like, what is pedagogy? Like, what even is that?
It's like on your bingo board, you know, for as many times people say it.
So we're going to talk about what pedagogy is and what we believe our interactive pedagogy is and what we look to have in our classrooms and in our theory and in our teaching. So that would be chapter 2. Then it's going to go into social learning, TikTok, Instagram, and the fact that that's where our students are. You know what? That's where a lot of teachers are. I'm not even going to lie. We've connected with a ton of teachers this last week on TikTok. And if you are on TikTok, you should go find us because we are this close to getting the live feature on TikTok. And that's going to go down because there's a ton of student teachers, tons of people on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat. And if you don't think our kids are there and they're learning, they are. But there are some things that we have to think about as teachers and figure out safe ways to either incorporate it or to imitate it in our classrooms. So there's a whole chapter on social learning, chapter 4.
Developing digital learners in the classroom. And so what does that look like? Digital citizenship, even simple things like how to hold the camera the right way, Mrs. Merrill.
You like that? Yeah.
Like, don't look at the ceiling fan.
Don't look at everything. So talk a little bit about digital citizenship and some of the things that we can teach our kids when they're using social media. Then we've got chapter 5.
Enabling global learners. And what does that look like and how to take your learning global?
Because let's be real, we got to get outside the 4 walls of our classroom, and Flipgrid is such an amazing way to do that.
Tool for that. Perfect.
So we've got that. And then it goes into another part, which is a little bit more Flipgrid related. So it's going to talk about some of those foundational features in Flipgrid if you're a little bit new to it, what they are and how you can use it. And then there's a little section about Flipgrid integrations, because as we know, not only can you really almost do everything in Flipgrid, but Flipgrid like works with everything, and you can either integrate into the platform or integrate Flipgrid into other platforms like Nearpod and things like that. So we just wanted to highlight that because a lot of people don't realize that Flipgrid is so compatible. Then this is Mr. Merrill's favorite part.
Yeah, so we've got part 3, which is all of the lesson ideas that we've used in our classroom. Guys. And I will say that the majority of these either have full tutorials and links to the Disco library.
Yes.
So you can just watch how it's done and then download it right to your Flipgrid account and bam, it's ready to go for you.
If there's any resources or frames or things that would go with the lesson, they're there. But these QR codes, and there's a lot more QR codes, and like Mr. Merrill said, there's a lot of tutorials, a lot of videos, because we know that Flipgrid is constantly changing. So we made this in a way that we could always update it and keep it updated with the easiest way how to do something. So that's the table of contents. And then we're going to let you guys see, it's kind of not really chapter 1. It's really the first, it's like an introduction. But if you scroll down, you guys are going to have access to that whole, oh, look at that. Look at, oh, look at that beautiful sketch. Oh my gosh, Manuel is amazing. He has such a creative style. And so you get a little sneak peek at some of the visuals that are going to be in the book, and you'll get a chance to actually read the whole first introductory section. So there you go. Good. We're going to leak it out to everyone here. We're going to drop links. I don't know if I can drop the link on Instagram. This will be interesting to see. But if not, you can message me. If you're watching this and you hear me say that I'm going to like drop the link and I can't figure out how to do it on live, then you can just message me after the live and I will drop you the link so you guys can see it and get a read. Your mother wants to know if there's pre-orders.
No, sorry, Mom. There's no pre-orders. We don't do pre-orders.
And the reason we don't do pre-orders is that pre-orders actually take longer to release than just releasing the book. If you put a pre-order, it usually takes like an extra week or 2 to get everything situated. And we're going to have a lot of confidence because if we don't do pre-orders, that means that someone is going to get their book before us.
Yeah.
It always happens. And so I'm challenging whenever it goes live, whoever gets that first book, they better take a selfie with it and send it to me because we will not have our book yet. We will have to order it like everybody else. Our boxes of books will not come before everyone can order them.
Yeah, funny story. So last time we released our first book, the books all got to you guys before they got to us. And I was running late coming home one day from school, and on our Ring camera, I saw someone taking a little peek inside of the boxes.
He is so not telling the truth. I brought them inside.
100% telling the truth. I've talked you through that Ring camera, like, don't you even think about it.
Yeah, do you remember if we actually opened the package?
Well, it's because I busted you.
Oh, okay. We let our 6-year-old open it, and he was like very,
he didn't know what it was.
He was just kind of like, what is this?
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, there you go. It was very anticlimactic until he realized who wrote it, and then he thought it was for him, and it wasn't for him, and he was like, all right, whatever. But there won't be a pre-order. You just watch our social media. We have it set to release on the 28th, but we got some news that it might be coming out a little bit early, and once it's up, it's up.
Amazon is very unpredictable with that stuff. Once they receive the files, it's like a certain window of time, and so it's kind of a shock.
If you search for it, it's coming, but you can't necessarily buy it yet.
Yeah, no.
So we'll let you know.
I just dropped the link into YouTube and our Facebook groups. So if you're on those platforms, you have that link. And if you're on Instagram,
just
make sure that you
message
us. We'll get that link to you. And
so we're super excited. Thank you so much for all of your participation and all your love on all the platforms. Even TikTok, I've reached out and met a lot of new people. Oh, no. Yes, please reach out to Adam. If not, I teach with Spanish. Just message me. I have them I have some at our house, and I will be happy to put one in the mail for you. That's not too long. I mean, it might take a little bit longer because, still COVID, but I can see, look, I have mailers right here. So just message me and let me know. Adam's got a lot of other things on his plate, so it'd probably be faster to get to me, and we will get that out to you. But yeah, so we're just super excited to see this last week of challenges. Please mark your calendars to join that webinar with Manuel. It's going to be something just super special. I'm so excited that he agreed to do it with us. As always, reach out throughout the challenge if you have any questions. If you have things you just want us to share, like how-tos, tips, we're always open. Just along for the ride as everybody else.
That's right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have a great night, and we will talk with you guys
soon. We'll see you next week. Yeah.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.